guys, I am doing a requested video today of a comparison between my Neverfull MM, and this is in the Damier Ebene print, and comparing it to my Longchamp Le Pliage in the size large. I was really surprised at the difference in sizes between these. Before I purchased the Neverfull, I figured they were pretty comparable, but I actually realized that this is quite smaller. I shouldn't say quite smaller, but it's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be compared to this. So I want to run through the pros and cons of each, because I think that just because this is a little smaller doesn't necessarily mean you shouldn't get it. So I'm going to start with the pros of each, and then I'll go through the cons of each. So let's start with the pros of the Longchamp Le Pliage. This is in the black color, and then again, it's the size large. Let me get this one out of the way. So I think the very first pro has got to be the price point. The price point for this is $145 versus the Neverfull is $13.20. So that is a considerable difference. So if you're just looking for a tote bag that's kind of chic and easy to use, you know, this for the price, you can't beat this really. This is a really, really great bag. So this definitely wins in the battle of the price. The next is, I kind of feel like this has a wider variety of colors. Now it could be debated that the Neverfull also has quite a few, but the Longchamp has 12 different colors, and the Neverfull really basically comes in 3 different prints. The Damier Ebene, which is what I have, the Monogram, and the Damier Zur. Now it does also come in some limited edition prints, and it does come in the epi leather. So there are more options, but those are all at a higher price point. So at the price point that I just mentioned, there are only 3 different prints that you can choose from. Another pro about this bag is that it is wipeable on the inside and out, which is great for someone who is a mom like me. I'm also just messy in general. I can't really just blame it on my kids, but I'm setting this down in the dirt on wet grass. I've got snacks inside and who knows what. And so it's really, really nice that I'm able to wipe this down. Now the Louis Vuitton Neverfull, you can wipe the outside down because it's canvas, but the inside is just an untreated material, and so it's not as easy to wipe down and get stains out. Next, this bag has a really unique feature in that it folds up for travel, which is really, really great. So you can see on the back here, there's this little snap, and it will fold up to look like this. So I also have it in the navy blue. This is how much I like this bag. So it folds up just like this. It's so easy to just put in your suitcase. So if you wanted to take, you know, an extra bag in case you have extra stuff on the way home, or just for whatever reason if you want another bag, this is really, really great to travel with. And the other thing that I didn't mention is that it's super lightweight because it's nylon and the inside is just wipeable. It's not like lined or anything. So this is a really, really light bag. And then the last pro about this bag is that it holds a ton. I can stuff this thing so full of stuff, and the handles are pretty comfortable. It really fits a lot more than you would think. It's not really showing up that big on camera. Well, maybe it is a little on that side, but you can really pack it full, and that's definitely a plus for someone like me who plans for the apocalypse anywhere that they go. So the pros for this lovely bag, I think, would be that one, and probably the biggest for me, is that it's far more structured than the Le Pliage. You can see as it just standing up, it doesn't slump over, the straps stay up, and that's just really nice. Sometimes the Le Pliage, especially if you don't have a ton in it, it'll just kind of like fold in on itself, and it can be hard to dig around in there. And as you can see from inside here, I don't know if you can see, it's really easy to kind of like stack your things and keep them organized, whereas in the Le Pliage, they kind of just get lost. So another plus about this is that it has a zip pocket on the inside, which the Le Pliage does not. It does have a really tiny kind of, let me show you. So you can see like an outline here of stitching, and that's the pocket on the inside, but it's just kind of like an open pocket. And you really can't fit much in there beyond like, you know, a couple hair ties or like a little cash or a card or something. So it's really not that great. Like, I really like to put my phone in this pocket so that it doesn't get lost everywhere, and I do wish that the Le Pliage had a different pocket that could just, you know, hold your keys in your phone. And then another great thing with this that really does help with the price point is that it comes with this pochette that has a little strap here. And a lot of people don't like this because it is kind of thin and envelope-like, and they don't really know what to do with it. And they say it doesn't fit a lot, but I totally disagree. I think that this fits so much, and I probably should do a separate video on this, but I'm just going to show you super quick. You can see everything that I'm holding in there, and I can still zip it, and it's totally fine. So I think this is a definite pro for the Neverfull. And then the final pro for this bag, I think, is that it is far more durable than the Le Pliage. This canvas is really, really thick, and it just lasts. I know that Louis Vuitton has some quality issues lately, but in my experience so far with canvas, knock on wood, everything has been great. The canvas is super durable, and it's just, you know, it's a lot thicker than just a little piece of nylon. So the price point I know is a lot higher, and I said at the beginning that, you know, if you are at a lower price point, this is probably the way to go. If you're kind of debating between the two, this one will last far longer. This is known for getting like holes at the corners, you know, when you set it down so much and it kind of rubs. So, but as I said, I still love it and I still have two, but that's something to take into consideration. So the cons for this bag, I basically just mentioned in the pros for the Neverfull, but the cons would be that this bag has no structure. Right now I have it stuffed so you could kind of see it, but if I take this out, it just completely falls in on itself. It's kind of like the Goyard St. Louis, where it just, there's zero structure, and that's because it's so light, which is a, you know, it's a pro, but that comes with its con, which is that it has no structure. And the other is that I also just mentioned that it's not quite as durable because it's this thin nylon, but you know, if you don't use it as your everyday bag, you may not see as much wear. That said, I have used this as my everyday bag for quite a while, and I really don't have that much corner wear. I don't think this is going to show up at all, but there's like a tiny bit here, but you know, it's not a hole at this point. It's still totally usable. So, and then again, the pros with this I've already kind of mentioned. The price is really high. There are less selection of prints / colors that you can choose from if you want to stay at this price point. These straps are not quite as comfortable as the Longchamp. You can see that they're thinner. These are a lot thicker, and these are a lot softer, whereas these, you know, Damier Ebene is known for kind of digging in your shoulder. That said, I have filled this to max capacity, and I've been able to carry it all right. I haven't carried it that full all day, and that could have been a different story, but they're definitely not as comfortable as the monogram straps, but it wasn't a deal breaker for me, but it could be for you, who knows. And then, as I mentioned in the beginning, the last con for this bag is that it does hold considerably less than this bag. Right now I have my Toiletry 26 and the pochette that it comes with, and then two little SLGs, my round coin purse and my Chanel card holder, and then my keys and my phone in the pocket. And I could fit more, like I usually carry my agenda as well, but if I put my agenda in it as well, it's really kind of pushing it. I could fit some jackets on top, but you know, I might put my water bottle in it as well, but it just doesn't really hold quite as much as this would. This I could fit my large agenda in easily. If I put that in here, it would fit, but it would take up, you know, like half the bag. So that was kind of a big shock to me, is that this definitely does not fit as much as this. And let's just hold it up for comparison's sake. Yeah, it definitely is a little bit wider. It's about the same height. You can see there's a strap drop difference as well, so you might want to note that. The Le Pliage has a longer strap drop, so it's also a little bit more comfortable to carry that way. So I hope that this was a helpful comparison for you guys. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments down below and I will answer them. You can also follow me on Instagram. I am Sierra Elizabeth 6 and I take a lot of pictures of my bags, so you can see what I fit in them as well there. And subscribe, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.